The tension is now high. Yes, the tension is now high. Big tension is now high. The Søkøtø Emir has called on the zoo government to retaliate immediately before Biafrans will be free. I said the tension is now 100% high. You see, I must say it the way I know how to say it, that everything that is going on in history is now obvious, and by so everything will be exposed. I just finished watching a video now, and I can tell you that the exposition is now happening gradually. It doesn't matter who is affected, it doesn't matter who they affect, but what matters more, the thing is now making more sense to every one of us. There's no two ways about it. We have now come to that understanding that we can be more mindful of the things we say from what we say. And that's where the thing is getting. So they are now calling on everything possible to help us retaliate what should be retaliated. And by so doing, we can now communicate to everyone who wants to hear what they want to hear. As the Søkøtø is now calling that the zoo government must use iron hand on Biafrans to stop them from leaving, we can now see that Prime Minister Simon Eba is doing a great job. Yes, he's doing a great job, because the tension is getting high. Everybody is crying on daily. They can no longer stop. And that's where the tension is making more sense, because they have now realized that they made a severe mistake by contending with their enemies. As we push through these whole battles, as we push through the situation room, let's equally understand that we cannot be taken for granted at this moment. So what they are doing back to back now is deployment. What they are doing is deployment. Now listen very attentively if you are not listening. For the past few years, we have tried to convince the zoo that we don't want to be part of them, by action, by words, by protests, by business, and by rebellion, fighting against every wish they wish to have. Nigeria can never progress as long as everybody in Nigeria do not agree. The United States of America will not progress if everybody in the US do not agree. We're not talking about few people. The Igbos are millions of people, and deep down the Yoruba people, they don't want to even be in Nigeria, but they're just there because they don't even know where to go. The Hausas don't want to be among Nigeria, but their leaders are forcing them to be in Nigeria with guns and bullets. You don't hold human beings with guns and bullets. It will expire one day. it will definitely expire one day. You see, these are practicals that have been proven to work historically. Biafrans have said to themselves that we want to go. We want to go. Let us be. And here you have people saying that they must stay. And the funny part of all this thing is this. The level at which the Biafran fighters, those who carry the armor, and those who are pursuing it figures to that very point is going, is that we have to learn and understand that one thing is to another and nothing is to another. Yes. One thing is to another and the other thing is towards another. Because as we write for freedom, there are so many things that is left unanswered that one must do. So each time they just enjoy to kill Biafrans. They want to keep bringing down Biafrans every day by day. But how far will they go? That's the question that was asked. How far will they go? Makanandu nuchori tinye na long. Actually no fuebe. The way you are forcing and enforcing with all whatever you are forcing, don't want to stay with you people. And you are still forcing yourselves. Because you feel that you are the gods and the ancestors of them. You feel that you can wake up and decide who they are. You feel that you can wake up to decide what they do. But wait a minute. I said wait a minute. The circle and the stethoscope to actualize Biafra is already in our hand. Deployment and deployment will not help anything. We have faced Biafran war, and this generation will be ready to face another one. But this time around is a promise that you are not going to win. Because then we have fewer people around the world. This time around we have millions. Who are not just millions around the world, but billionaires. You will be tired. When Ejuku made a mistake to deploy weapons from Lagos, no? This time around, the weapons will arrive in Biafran land because we're going to be flying them with fighter jets. And your skies will be too empty to understand the effect on, Yogwawane.